Hi guys, hope you're all keeping well. Well, it's Saturday again, 3 o'clock kick-off today, so not too bad. And I'm at Chesterfield for their game against Fleetwood. As you can see, really dull and overcast. You can see the ground behind me. So yeah, dull old flat day today, so no bother with any highlight tones hopefully. But Chesterfield, I think they are 8th, 7th or 8th. Fleetwood are 12th, I think, so really tight game I reckon. But I'm going to go Chesterfield attack first half, see how we get on, and if it's like something daft like 2 or 3-0, I will move with Chesterfield. But if it's pretty tight, I'm going to stay and do one half of each team like. But anyway, let's go and get our passes and that, and I'll show you where I'm going to sit. Right, got my pass. I'm gonna hang around the dugout because I've just been chatting to someone and they reckon that they've swapped it the last 2 times. So I'm going to leave my kit just here, but I will go, hopefully, Chesterfield attack first half over there. But yeah, ground's looking nice. Right, I'll get cracking, get the kit out, get some GVs, and get ready for Fleetwood to arrive. Catch up at full time. Well, that was a frustrating old drab game at times, pretty steady. Thought Chesterfield might have snatched it in the last 10 minutes, but it wasn't to be. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the car because, as you can see, I've got my woolly hat on. It's a bit nippy now. It's getting that time of year now. Time to get some warmer clothes on. But yeah, I'm going to go and do some sending from the car, and then I'll see you back at home and we'll go through the set. Right, well, I'm back in the warmth now. Quite, it got really nippy, and it's that time of year now, and I don't think temperatures are going to get much above 10 degrees now going forward. But fingers crossed tomorrow. I'm at Harrogate versus Newport tomorrow, so fingers crossed the sun might come out and I'll get in a bit of sunshine, and it might not be too bad. But I'm definitely going to keep the woolly hat in the bag going forward now, and the waterproofs going forward now for the rest of the season. But anyway, without further ado, let's have a look at the game. There's a bit of a non-starter, but anyway, let's have a look at the set. Right, so first image, and I was that busy chatting to one of the stewards and that and going to Fleetwood turned up before I'd had a quick zim round the pitch to get some GVs. So I was straight in with some of the Fleetwood players, just checking out the pitch and having a look round. And some nice images actually. These 2 lads having a bit of a laugh, and then obviously he was showing him something on his phone, I don't know what. But yeah, just gathering on the pitch and just setting the scene a bit. And then I quickly jumped up into the stand like I do to get a nice green grassy backdrop. Got these 3 having a bit of a laugh. It was actually him that actually ended up scoring Fleetwood's goal, but yeah, it's got them. And then I thought I would go and get a really low angle, so I flipped the screen out on the R3, put the camera literally on the deck, and then just followed them 2 coming towards me, and just to get a nice low angle, just, you know, to get 1 and 2, just 2 different options for players checking out the pitch to send off to the desk. And yeah, just try and get as many angles as you can when you're doing GVs, you know, and the team, the away team looking at the pitch and that, and looking around the stadium, and you can see it's quite nip. Look, he's got a warm drink there. But anyway, then I managed to get some GVs, and I spotted these 3 through the net, and that one was pretty perfect with the Puma sign and the Skybet EFL logo there. So, you know, you could always probably just zoom that in a bit if you needed to, something like that. But just thought I'd leave plenty of space around in case anyone ever needs to put any text on it or anything, you know. But yeah, I saw that, so I thought, oh, I'll just marry that up and compose it in the net gap there, and worked out. I mean, you could probably go right in on it. Look, you know, you could go something like that if you wanted to, if you're running an advert or something. But yeah, just keeps their options open, doesn't it? But yeah, so got that, and then the old corner flag job, and again leaving space here to put text in if anyone wants to put the team sheets and whatever. Always leave plenty of space there. And I'm at 2.8, so loads of nice soft depth, and then obviously the corner flag nice and sharp. Poke the widey through the net there and just got a nice angle. I'll tell you what I didn't do. Massive slap on the wrist. Didn't do me horizons look, because look at that blooming floodlight leaning. That actually needs just see what I should have done if I was. This is how I send in Photo Mechanic, by the way, so I should have done that, and then because I was rushing about, I should have then sent something like that. I mean, I could almost go, I can go with that goal mouth there as well, really. So really I should have just flipped it a bit and gone like that, look. But anyway, naughty boy. Oh dear, every day's a learning day, innit? And we often make mistakes, but just got to get on. But yeah, I've noticed it, and next time I'll check my horizons. I'm always going on about them as well. But yeah, not too bad. I must have corrected it on this one, look, although that one is a slight bit off as well. But yeah, I definitely must have altered that one. So yeah, just some GVs, back outside, got these two coming in, look. And do you know what? I never used to like fans looking down the barrel and smiling, but you seem to see it a lot now, fans arriving at the pit, at the ground before the game, and a lot of them are looking at you and smiling, and I suppose it captures the atmosphere just as much as getting a nice natural shot. Always like to try and get one or two, but yeah, I'm going more for, I'm not hiding so much around a corner now or behind a car or whatever. I tend to just make myself known, and if they do say, oh, where's that going, I just say, check out Shutterstock, they'll be on there later. Whether or not anyone ever does or not, I don't know, but yeah, always let them know where the images are going, especially if there's children like this chap. I did let this chap know after what was happening, but he gave me a nice smile. Shame his child's not looking, but the little one's not looking at me, but anyway, still set the scene a bit. And then because it's autumn now, I was trying to get sort of leaves involved in an image, and these leaves were just turning, and this lad's got his shirt sign, look, so, and he's walking to the ground with his mum. It's okay, nice old stone wall there in Chesterfield. There's a lot of Chesterfield buildings made out of this sort of stone, and just set the scene a bit. And I got, you know, you can almost tell that it's this time of year and it's autumn and the leaves are changing. But anyway, got that, and then back inside now for a bit of warm up. I had a good stint of warm up actually. Got some nice stuff. Went for a bit of a pan blur here, look, just to, what am I on? I'm on 1/60th there, look, at 2.8. Perhaps should have put the aperture up a bit, but my ISO's at 100. And the same again here, look, I'm down to an 80th there, getting a bit risky. But his face is nice and sharp, so I sent that one off. And just more stuff of warm-up. If you can have a go at pan blurs during warm-up, why not? Have a go. But yeah, a few more warm-up shots here. And then one of the ref and his assistants. Obviously I'm at 2.8, so I just picked out the ref and got them warming up. And yeah, that's at 2.8, but at distance, look, that's at 2,000th, look. I say 1,000, but it looks all right. It's fine at that size. And then we're getting towards kick-off now. So here's the Fleetwood Town manager talking to his assistant, just getting ready for nice depth there. Look, so just getting ready for kick-off. And then before we know it, we're into the first goal. And I didn't actually realise that Cookie is on a touchline ban. Poor Cook. So he was up in the stands somewhere, but none of us ever found him. So whether or not he was up in the stand behind the dugout or hiding somewhere else, I did notice that the assistant manager, he did have an earpiece in, so Cookie was obviously somewhere talking to him through the game, but I never did find him. But got some of the assistant, you'll see in a minute. But yeah, so that's the first goal. Missed the goal itself, but not much of a selly really. This is on the 400, 1.6 crop, whacked right in, and it's still nice and sharp, look. And just one or two of them celebrating. And he got a free kick, he got a right whack in the head, and managed to capture that on the 400, which is good. So, and that's, I left that in because that's almost a, you know, really nice stock image that I'd call, because you could just cut him out and they could use that anywhere, couldn't they? You could use that anywhere of him. So yeah, nice stock image, that nice clean backdrop if you like. It'd have been better if there was a few more people sat here just to make that whole backdrop dark. But yeah, I left that one in just to show that's, you know, quite a nice stock image, I think, anyway. And this is a nice cross for the first, yeah, so it's 1-0 Fleetwood at the minute. And then this is a nice cross for the goal, and he just tapped it in, managed to get it. Shame there's no one sat in the ground there at the back, but yeah, nice shot, and beat the keeper. And yeah, that's 1-1, and that's how it stayed. I'm sure second half, you see, Chesterfield did sort of up the game a bit, and a few more celebrations, look. They did up the game a bit, and I thought, I'm going to move with Chesterfield. So I did move with Chesterfield, but and that was it, stalemate really. No one could seem to score. Thought he was going to nick it, but the keeper came out really brave, and he managed to save it. Bit of argy-bargy not long after, and referees just having a word there. And just a nice bit of spaghetti junction action. Look, there's legs and arms all over the shop there. But I thought that was quite a nice image. I sent that in. And yeah, there's the assistant manager for what's his name? Gary Roberts, I think it is. Is it Gary Roberts? Yeah, Gary Roberts, yeah, first team coach, Gary Roberts, yeah, just looking a bit poised there and thinking, how can I change the shape or change whatever. He hadn't actually got his earpiece in there, but another one of the Fleetwood manager giving out some instruction, another one of the assistant first team coach there, Gary Roberts. And this was at one point just into the second half, are we? Yeah, 4 o'clock just gone. Look, I was still looking for Cookie, and I knew he'd be wearing a woolly hat, but I could not find him. But I did get Will Grigg coming out for the second half, so he's one of their star players. Obviously, a really good player in his day, and he obviously won on the squad for that game. But just thought I'd send one of him off. And I've got a couple of nice pamblers actually. He just actually nicked the ball. Look, he was just passing the ball on, but got him, and then I'll get another Pambler in a minute. I had 2 nice ones today for the game, and another one of them too. Just having that could be used for an image where he should have changed shape and he didn't, or did he change shape quick enough? But several stories that could be used for. So quite like that one. Another bit of action in the middle of the park. Nice clearance header. And I thought he was going to score off this one, but he juggled the ball and he jumped up with it and the ball stayed with him. It looked like a great bit of skill, but he'd gone in for the tackle obviously, and the ball just came up and I just caught him perfect on the R3, so that worked out quite well. And then I thought he was going to score, nice header, but the keeper saved it. Wishing that had gone in. On another example of what I like, quite a nice stock image. Again, you can cut him out, look, if you wanted, or you could even leave it in at that, put a bit of text around the side. And another nice example of what I would say is quite a decent stock image there. And there's my other Pambler. I actually got 3 thinking about it. So I got him there running into this next shot. There we are, look. All 3 of them nicely balanced. Legs are almost all the same shape, and kept him nice and sharp. And probably one of my favourite Pamblers of the season so far. That got the ball in, look, spinning nicely. And you can see my settings there. Look, on my second lot of settings that I use, you guys might do back button focus. I use that button for me. I'm still old school, old dinosaur. I can't get used to the muscle memory on back button, so I use my shutter still. I know some of you will shout at me for that, but yeah, so I've got my second lot of settings, my Pambler settings, on that back button focus button. Hit that quickly, get some nice pans, and then release, and I'm back to my 2,000th of a second again. As you'll probably see, yeah, I'm at 1600. Look, knocked it down a bit, but that's on the R3 anyway. But yeah, and I think, is that it? Yeah. That's it. That was it. It was a bit of a drab game. So yeah, so that one and then that one to finish, and that was it. Not a lot else happened really in the game. So yeah, 94-2. He blew the whistle, and I quickly got one of the score, and that's it. Because then they might use that as a full-time score. But yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to get a bit more action tomorrow at Harrogate. But as long as the weather's nice and we can keep nice and dry, let's have some fingers crossed for a bit more action tomorrow. But yeah, sorry it's only a quick one tonight, but and a late one as well, because it's 5 to 6 now, and I've only just got back from work. I never got one film last night, so yeah, sorry it's a bit late. Hopefully it should be out by 7 by the time you're watching this. But yeah, anyway, let me know where you are. I'm going to sit down now. I'm going to get this edited, sit down and go through some of my comments and try and catch up a bit. So if I haven't recommented to yours yet or replied to yours, I must apologise, and I'll get commenting as soon as I've got this out. But yeah, let me know where you are this weekend, and thanks again for your support, guys. I don't say it enough. Without you, this channel is nothing. So yeah, thanks for your support. Have a great weekend wherever you're shooting or whatever you're up to, and yeah, have a great weekend. Catch up soon. Jobs are done. And stop.